Isang masayang pagbati na may ngiti sa aking mga labi. Naghahanap ba kayo ng makakatuwang sa pagre-review ng inyong anak? Meron yan sa DepEd. Ang ETUlay online tutorial ay libre at handog ng ating kagawaran sa pangunguna ng OUA ICTS EdTech. Ito ay isang proyektong makatutulong sa mga mag-aaral, katuwang ang mga magulang o kasama sa kani-kanilang tahanan para masagutan at maunawaan ang mga modules. Hangad din ng programang ETUlay ang matulungan ang ating mga guro sa kanilang mga blended learning classes. Ang ating ETUlay ay mula kinder hanggang senior high school. Bukod sa academics, meron din tayong mga special programs gaya ng All is Wellness, Reading and Math Remediation, Storytelling, Mommy Tech Talks, Classes sa Gramatika, Speech Class, Financial Literacy, at marami pang iba. Pinalawig din ng ETUlay ang ating Alive program para sa mga mag-aaral mula grade 1 hanggang grade 3. Gayun din ay mayroon tayong ALS program at SPED tutorials na makasisigurong makakamit ng lahat ang inclusive education. May SPED hotline na rin para sa inyong mga katanungan patungkol sa special education. Kaya, subaybayan mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, mula 9:00 ng umaga hanggang 7:00 ng gabi ang ating ETUlay. Sa ating pagtutulungan, maiaangat natin ang bawat isa. Ating itutulay ang pagkatuto upang di mapigil ang pag-aaral ng kabataang Pilipino. Itulay natin ito, sulong edukalidad.
Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, ICTS EdTech. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive, and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gaps where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our module, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
Hello teachers, learners, and parents. Sir Jeff po, at your service. Alam nyo ba na meron tayong website na tinatawag na DepEd Commons? Ang DepEd Commons ay binuo upang gawing accessible ang pagtuturo at pag-aaral dito sa ating bansa gamit lamang ang inyong mga smart devices gaya ng cellphones, tablets, at computers. Dito ay maaari nating ma-access ang iba't ibang learning materials mula sa Department of Education. Meron itong mga interactive materials, electronic self-learning modules, at instructional video lessons mula sa DepEd TV na tiyak na makatutulong sa pag-aaral ng mga mag-aaral galing ka man sa public o private school. Walang problema dahil welcome ang lahat dito. Para ito sa mga guro, magulang at mga mag-aaral mula sa kinder hanggang grade 12, Alternative Learning System o ALS, at pati na rin ang special education. At huwag kang mag-alala dahil kahit walang load ay maaari mong ma-access ang mga learning materials. Tama! Libre ito. Ang kailangan mo lamang gawin ay i-on ang iyong data at buksan lamang ang iyong browser at i-type ang commons.deped.gov.ph. Alam na ba ng iyong mga kasamahang guro o mag-aral ang tungkol sa DepEd Commons? I-share mo na ang video na ito upang matuto rin sila kung paano gagamitin ang DepEd Commons sa mabilis at napakadaling paraan. Muli, ito po si Sir Jeff at kita-kits po tayo sa DepEd Commons. Paalam!
Ayan, hello everyone. Hello guys. Ayan, hello, good afternoon. I hope everybody is doing great. Hello, senior high school learners. Welcome to our second quarter of our ETUlay online in our subject 21st century literature from the Philippines and the world. But before we shout out, in behalf of my partner, congratulations, Tutor Floy. We would like to greet everyone an amazing afternoon. Ayan po. Okay, so shall we begin? So I would like to shout out to our viewers na talaga namang napaka-aga, no? Yes, our early bird, we have John Christian Miko from San Francisco High School. We also have Joseph Conrad Bulaklap watching from Pasay City North High School. ICT. We also have Joyce Marian de Guzman, John Ray Polborosa. We also have Fernando, from Canales, Fernando Fernales. We also have Riza Las Piñas, and Trisha Lian Arguliano. Yes, and we also have from San Francisco High School po itong mga to, no? And another, we have Enrico Dalupan from, good afternoon po, from grade 11 STEM Virgin de las Flores High School. Hello po, good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. Ayan. At marami pa. Nako, we have Jaya Mary Galliano, AJ Wanyo. We also have Melody Loga. And Sean Lim. Catherine, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Ayan. Okay, so let us proceed. Okay, so this afternoon, we have our annual international thank you day. Ayun, itong January 11, 2022. And this actually, we forgot to say thank you, di ba? Ito yung parang minsan nakakalimutan natin even though people or our friends make us very nice gratitude or I mean, very good things that happen to us or give us or parang binigyan tayo ng favor or something na maganda na ginawa sa atin. So, it's very essential to give gratitude or to show gratitude from the bottom of our hearts. Ayan, who made our life better and happier. Okay. And with this celebration, on our calendar, one can understand how much a thank you means, di ba? Madalas nating nakakalimutan yan and never hesitate to utter these simple words which give more sense to the person you are thanking. O yun. Okay, and of course, ang ating ETUlay and my partner, Tutor Floy, are very, very happy, guys, reading your creative poems. And we really cannot resist it talaga, no? So, that's why we have this Enthusiast of the Week. Ayan, talaga naman. So, we have Lalaine Larbosora with her poem, This Diversification of Literature. We also have The Body of Written Work by Hamza Marie Alingaza. We also have Around the World by Ira Abelia. Ayan, thank you so much, guys. Your poems are really amazing. Okay. And today we have another batch of amazing special guests for this week. And they will be joining us for another fruitful and informative week for this 2022. So guys, are you excited? Ayan, andito ang ating mga viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in. Ayan. So, without any ado, let's meet our guest of the week. So let's start with, we have a consistent grade 12 honor student since preschool. She is very active, joining different competitions. Talagang kakaiba yung ating guest ngayon. And she is currently the vice president of her class. And for her, all things shall pass because God has always a plan for us. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, hindi ko na patatagalin. Let us all catch our side to Jellyfish Juanito or Tutor Gel. Tutor Jelly. Ayan.
Yes, thank you so much for that, Tutor Joy, for introducing me. I sincerely applaud you, Tutor Joyce. And yes, hello world and hello there. And to all viewers out there and my friends and relatives, thank you so much for supporting me. And your support means the world. And also, thank you, ETUlay and Tutor Joyce, for having me here. Thanks for your hard work on this. I'm very excited and I'm very happy. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hello, Tutor Gel. I hope you're doing great. So now let's proceed to another guest that we have here. He is from a grade 11 naman ito, from Senior High School of San Francisco High School, Division of Quezon City, the same with Tutor Jelly. He may not be the top of his class, but he is very active in his English classes from junior to senior high school. So please help me welcome Jo Marie John Manlapos or Tutor Jom. Hello, Tutor Jom.
Hello, Tutor Joyce, Tutor Jel. I thank you for introducing me, and I hello as well to the viewers, my family, and my Section JAS Arferiolo friends who are watching right now. I hope this lesson gives at least a new perspective for you guys on how the North American literature work. So, yeah, let's start.
Okay, ayan po ang ating special or guest tandem of this week, Tutor Jom and Tutor Jelly. So, there you have it, guys. So, to start with, of course, balikan muna natin. Let's have a short recap on the lessons we had last week. And we also have our special amazing guests also. No, we have Tutor Gab and Tutor EJ. And we have learned, they have shared lessons, Tutor Jom and Tutor Jelly, about Asian and African literature. We also highlight some of the famous writers and authors from the classics to modern literature. Ayan. At nababanggit nga kanina ni Tutor Jom, no? We will be moving on to the North America. Okay, so before that, Tutor Jelly, would you like to share our mix for this afternoon? Go ahead, Tutor
Yes, thank you.
Jelly.
Yes, thank you so much for that, Tutor Joyce. And for our milks, or what we called most essential learning competencies in quarter two, week 7 are as follows. First, identify text and authors from North America. And last is write a close analysis and critical interpretation of North American literary text.
Ayan. So, thank you so much, Tutor Jelly. I think, and Tutor Jom, no? I think our viewers are excited sa milks pa lang. Talaga na may excited na sila. Siyempre, hindi makukompleto ang ating afternoon without the lesson objectives. Tutor Jom, ano ba yung ating lesson objectives? Go ahead, Tutor Jom.
Yes, Tutor Joyce. The lesson objectives for today is to recognize authors from North America and their works, critique known North American literary works, and appreciate the literary works of North America.
Ayan. So, speaking of literary works, our literary or literature concept of the week is, ayan, ano ba yon? We have disillusionment. Ayon, Tutor Jom and Tutor Jelly. Disillusionment is actually the condition of being dissatisfied or defeated in expectation of hope. Parang ito yung tinatawag natin disappointment. Okay, no? But when you feel, you discover that something is not good as you had expected. Parang ganon. And I have an example. Mhm. Ayan. So, example, we have Anna got disillusioned about the possibility of passing the examination after failing the mock test at several times. Ayan. And speaking of disillusion, I hope you guys will not be disappointed, ha? With our lesson for today because instead, be satisfied and amazed with our prepared lesson for everyone. Okay? So, eto na. Jelly and Tutor Jom, which is our lesson of art. This afternoon, we have literary texts and authors from North America. Okay, question muna. Do you have any idea what the third largest continent in the world? Ano kaya ang tinatawag nating third largest continent in the world? Okay, bago sagutin ng ating mga guest tutors yan, pakitingnan nga natin sa ating chat space. Ano kaya? So you
Yes,
may
ano nga?
yes, try to answer
Yes, may
your
nakikita na ako.
ayan. Okay, pwede niyo pong sagutin ang ating tanong. Yeah, hello, Tutor Jerry is also with us. Hello, sir. Ayan. So, anyone would like to answer? Ayan, sa ating chat space. Ayan, sumagot si EJ Caspilla. Oh, our Tutor EJ. Hello, Tutor EJ. Yeah, ayun ang, ay, may mga sagot sila. Tutor Jelly at saka Tutor Jom. Sige, reveal na
Wow,
natin.
napakagaling.
I think Tutor Jelly will going to
Yes.
help us
Yes.
answer this one.
Yes.
Go ahead, Tutor
Yes.
Jel.
So our third largest continent in the world is dun, 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 dun. It's North America. You all guys are correct. Good job. That's
Yes.
nice. So let's go and come and find out what we are going to study today, and it's North American literature. So we have the earlier works. It informed people about social colonial life, religious disputes, and settlement issues. Earlier works are greatly influenced by British writers. And did you know what patriotism is? Well, patriotism is feeling of attachment and commitment to a country and nation. And next, we have the ideals, traditions, and values resulted from the nation's frontier days includes independence, equality, patriotism, and truth.
Ayan, thank you, Tutor Jelly. And you know, Tutor Jom, alam mo ba, the North Americans, their characteristics of early, yung early literature nila is actually found in their poems, ayan, their journals, letters, or
Yes.
even narratives. Matatagpuan mo dun kahit na sa mga teaching materials nila, no? Even
Mhm.
written by settlers, religious figures, and even historical icons of that period. Ayan. Okay, so they tend to reject authority. So let's moving on to the common themes. Ano naman mga common themes ng North America? Tutor John, go ahead.
Yes. These are the common themes. First things first is the American dream. The American dream is a type of theme invented with a set of ideals that is democracy, rights, liberty, opportunity, and equality, and a type of belief that when you work through sacrifice and hard work, you can achieve anything. Coming of age, it's a type of theme that follows the development of child into an adult. We see the perspective more of the person's development throughout the story. Then alienation and isolation is a theme that a person withdraws or becomes isolated from the environment or their people. Now, the survival of the fittest, a theory of Charles Darwin suggesting that organisms best adapted to their environment are the most successful in surviving with the extinction of others. Last but not the least is the rebellion and protest. It is an act of disobeying, fighting against, and rejection to submit or to bow any authorities.
Ayan. And didn't you know, in addition to that, Tutor John, these are most relationship with nature. Actually, yung mga themes nila is more on nature also, society, and even science, no? Ayan. And another, I think we have more, no? Tutor John, go ahead.
Yes, and these are the common genres. Adventure, which is an epic journey. Horror is to scare the viewers. Thriller, giving the viewers suspense or excitement. Mystery, that follows a crime that is trying to solve. Satire is the use of humor or jokes. Science fiction, which is a futuristic concepts. Dystopian is a form of speculative fiction. And young adult fiction is written for readers to 12 and 18 years of age.
Wow, thank you so much for that very informative Tutor Jom and Tutor Jelly. You know ba, these American writers have always, parang meron talaga silang strong tendency na to break, no? To break the literary traditions. Yan sila eh, no? Americans. And but other writers nowadays, or even before, the other countries seems to absorb na eh, their national literary traditions. But, you know, Tutor Jelly and Tutor Jom, many American authors have rejected the older or the old or the old ones, not the old genres. Bakit kaya? It's because they want to create something new. Ayan, na talaga namang ina-adapt minsan ng not only in other countries, even in the Philippines, 'di ba? So we have here American writers have different literary styles. Kung meron common genres, meron din tinatawag na different literary styles in writing. Ano ba ito? Tutor Jom and Tutor Jelly. So ito yun. So we have the realism, we also have the romanticism, and the naturalism. So speaking of realism, when we speak of realism, it is more on the ang authors natin dyan, we have Henry James, William Dean Howells, we also have Mark Twain. Ayan, so mamaya makikilala natin mostly si Mark Twain. Sa character naman, a person with depth, ability to make ethical choices, and act on environment. And not only that, realism, it is a literature normally for literature of normality and representative. So these are the style of art and literature that shows or nagde-describe siya ng people and things that are in real life. Kaya tinawag na siyang realism. No? Ayan, Tutor Jelly at saka Tutor Job. Another one, we also have this romanticism. Ano naman tong from the word romance? Oh, di ba? Nakakakilig. Okay, our authors here are Ralph Waldo Emerson, Nathaniel Hawthorne, and this one is the character is more on a god or idealistic figure. Okay, dito naman sa Romanticism, it's also a style of art, literature, etc. during the late 18th to 19th centuries. Imagine that, Tutor Jelly, ano, Tutor Jom. And that emphasize more on imagination, ayan, and emotions. It's also the quality of state of being impractical or unrealistic. Ayan. It also deals with variations from a normal life. Kanina, realism. Ito naman, from romance. And last but not the least, the naturalism. It's also another style of art or literature that shows people and things as they actually uses both detailed accuracy and philosophical depth. So parang ito yung mga authors natin, si Stephen Crane, si Franz Norris, ang mga characters mostly dito is a helpless object who is nevertheless heroic. Ayan. And very, very natural. Kaya nga siya naturalism. Okay, so there you have it, guys. The three literary styles that we have. And of course, ayan, very excited. I know you guys also, our viewers. Hello, viewers. Andyan pa ba kayo? Okay, so let us now meet our North American writers and let's be acquainted with their works. Ayan. So ito shared sa atin yan ni Tutor Jom. Yes, Tutor Jom. Let's start with meeting our writers. Go ahead.
Yes. I will give you an example, which is Moby Dick. Is written by Herman Melville and was published in October 1851, which is a really long time. Which is a It's actually a novel marine epic, adventure story, quest tale, and a tragedy where it shows the exploitative nature of whaling, the limits of knowledge, and the deceptiveness of fate.
Ayan. Thank you so much for that, Tutor John. Pero actually guys, even viewers, no, Tutor Jelly, in 2010, yung nalala ko, 2010 yun, Moby Dick, was already a film adaptation. Oo, na film adaptation from his novel and Herman Melville expertly used both fictitious and real-life events to craft his great work. Ayan. Okay. And moving on to the next, Tutor Jelly, ano naman itong kasunod? Go ahead.
And yes, and we have a I'm Nobody, Who Are You by Emily Dickinson. Did you know, Tutor Joyce, Tutor John, and all the viewers there? Emily Dickinson, in full of Emily Elizabeth Dickinson, born on December 10, 1830, in Amherst, Massachusetts, and died on May 15, 1863, in Amherst. Elizabeth is a American lyrics poet who lived in seduction and commanded a singular brilliance of style and integrity of vision. Yan. So, in the wistful is having or showing a feeling or vague and regretful longing, while the to the unsettling is causing anxiety or uneasiness, disturbing. And last, we have the wonders of nature to the foibles of human nature is a it will make you think about things you haven't thought of before.
Ayan, so talagang you might have to think over, no? Pag sinabi yung
Yes.
I'm nobody and who are you? Parang ang
Mhm.
dating is ano, no? Okay, and additional for that, tutor Jelly, go
And
ahead.
yes, in the frequent use of rhythmic dashes to interrupt the flow in the story of I'm Nobody, Who Are You by Emily Dickinson is first, are you nobody? Two, and last, they'd banish us. You know.
Oh,
Yan.
yun. Ayan, ang galing-galing ni Tutor Jelly. Well, actually, ito pa, additional ito, Tutor Jom at saka Tutor Jelly, no? This poem of her most famous and most playful defense of a kind of a spiritual. Itong parang may spiritual privacy was she favored, implying that being a nobody is a luxury incomprehensible to the dairy somebody's, 'di ba? Parang gano'n naman tayo, 'di ba, kapag pag sinabing nobody. Oo. And the poem vividly illustrates her surprising way with language. Ayun. And we have also, ito isa sa mga pinakasikat ng North America, The Great Gatsby. Oh, 'di ba? This is written by Francis Scott Fitzgerald. Well, actually, Fitzgerald is an American novelist. Yan, he is a novelist, essayist, short story writer, and even a screenwriter. He was best known for his novels depicting the flamboyance and excess of the jazz age. Yun yung siya mismo ang nag-popularize ng sinasabi ng jazz age. Okay, ayan. So, actually, the story of this, it's about the impossibility of recapturing the past and also the difficulty of altering one's future. Mhm. And ito ang protagonist natin nito, it's si Jay, no? Si Jay Gatsby. Yeah, the protagonist of the novel is Jay Gatsby, who is a mysterious and wealthy neighbor of the narrators. Yung narrator natin, si Nick Carraway, a young man from Minnesota moves to New York in the summer of 1922 to learn about the bondad. So ito yung mga genre nitong novel na to, no? Tinawag na nga siya ng the Great American Novel because of the different genres that were depicted in this novel. So yung tragedy, realism, modernism, and even social satire. So ayan. So actually, these are the themes that were depicted also in the novel. So we have the decline of the American dream. Ayan. So the spirit of 20 or 1920s. The difference between the social classes. Okay. The roles of symbols of in the human conceptions of meaning. And we also have the role of the past, dreams of the future. Okay, so and eto pa, addition to that, Tutor Jelly at saka Tutor Jom, alam mo ba, this novel has 4 movie adaptations. O, di ba? Yung Moby Dick kanina meron siya isa, pero ito, 4. And have seen one. Actually, totoo. Tutor Jom and Tutor Jelly, nakapanood ako nito isa. So, that was last 2013. Ang nag-star dito, yung best friend ni si Leonardo DiCaprio and saka si Tobey Maguire, yung Spider-Man. Okay.
Spider-Man.
Ayan. Yes. Oh, now let's proceed to our storytelling time. Ayan, Tutor Jelly, natatandaan mo ba nung bata ka, Tutor Jom, kapag na sinabi na ni teacher na, okay, story time, children. So this is now our story time. So I know you guys are excited. And the novel that we'll be reading this afternoon, ayan, the adventures and the development of protagonists from a childhood through adolescence. Ayan, which is the story of Ayan, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Okay. And a novel is about, yeah, I mentioned already, adventures, development of protagonists. And actually, this adventure of Tom Sawyer also fits the genre of satire, frontier literature, and folk narrative and comedy. Ayan, I know you guys are excited to listen to our story for today. Okay, so let us start, Tutor Jom. Alam ko excited na sila, Tutor Jom, sa ating kwento. Okay, so ready, Tutor Jom? Go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Tutor Joyce. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Tom falls in love with Becky Thatcher, a new girl in Petersburg, Missouri. He persuades her to get engaged to him. Sadly, the romance collapses when she learns that Tom has been engaged before to a girl named Amy Lawrence. Shortly after being shunned by Becky, Tom accompanies Huckleberry Finn, the son of the town drunk. Together, they visited the graveyard at night to try out a cure for warts.
Okay, after that, what happened next, Tutor Jelly?
Yes, and at the graveyard, they witness the murder of
Mhm.
young Dr. Robinsons by the Native American half-breed Indian Joe. Scared, Tom and Huck run away and swear a blood oath not to tell anyone what they have seen.
Wow, okay. Oh, parang nakakatakot na ito, no? Parang they witness. Okay, go ahead, Tutor Jelly. Ano nangyari? What happened next? Go.
And Indian Joe blamed his companion, Muff Potter, and helpless drunk for the crime. Potter is slowly arrested, and Tom's anxiety and guilt begin to grow.
Ayan. Okay, so there you have it, guys. Our very short excerpt of our This Adventure of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Okay, so you guys ready for our assessment? Talagang bitin ang story
Yes,
natin, ano? Tutor Jom at saka Tutor
already.
Jel. Okay, so
Medyo.
let's have an assessment period or assessment time using a critical analysis. Okay, everybody, we will be challenging everyone. Okay, challenge ito. It's a healthy challenge naman, ano? Okay, so, ayan, Tutor Jel at saka Tutor Jom. So, tanungin natin din ang mga viewers natin ha kung kaya nila itong sagutin. Sige. So, to start with, ayan, who was or who is the narrator of the story? Sino ba yung nagnanarrate kanina sa story natin? Okay, can you
Yes,
guess? Ayan, Tutor
before
Jel,
tayo
sino
mag-reveal ng
kaya? Yeah, sige,
answer,
go.
yes, before I reveal the answer, let's see their answer in the comment section first. Yes, tingin muna
Ayan.
tayo bago i-reveal ang mga answers. Yan,
Ayan, meron na kaya tayong sagot?
meron na kaya?
Nag-iisip pa sila. I think they're still
Wala
Sino
thinking.
pa.
kaya?
Tutor Jel.
Yes,
Ayan,
so ayun.
Joe daw. Yes, could be. Possible.
Possible. And
O
yes,
sige,
I will reveal the narrator of the story, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, is an adult.
ayun, an
Yes,
Yes.
adult. Okay.
an adult.
Next question. What is the setting of the story, Tutor Jam? Siguro si Tutor Jam makakatulong sa atin kanina.
Yes.
Okay,
Tingnan
but
natin.
before that, tingnan natin, Tutor Jam.
Let us
Go
see
ahead.
first to the comment section below and go.
Ayan.
Meron na
Yes.
ba?
Saan kaya ang ating... Ayan, medyo late
May
ata yung
setting na
kanilang
ba?
mga sagot. Okay.
Baka may delay po,
Yes.
ma'am. Tingnan
Okay,
natin.
well, if that's the case, let us reveal. Mukhang, ayan, si Mark Twain daw po. Tingnan
Uh,
natin.
Mark
Ayan,
Twain.
ayan, may sumagot si Von.
Si Von Diola. Tama po ba?
Okay.
Von Diola? Yes.
Okay.
Ang tamang sagot po sa setting ay St. Petersburg, Missouri. Yes.
Ayan, wow, correct. Thank you so much, Vaughn. Tama si Vaughn. We also have, yes, thank you so much, Joseph, for answering. Trisha, correct. And Lingona and si Tenorio Cruz. Ayan, thank you so much, guys. Next question. Which point of view was used to narrate the story? Tutor Jelly, ano kaya itong point of
Yan,
view nila?
before I reveal the answer, let's see their answer in the comment section first kung alam talaga nila Tutor Joyce and Tutor John. Let's see. Ah, yan,
Ayan. Mukhang
parang
excited sila. Ayan na, may mga sumasagot, Tutor Jelly. Tama kaya
yan.
sila? Or let us help them. Sige, mukhang nako-confuse
Yeah.
sila. Go ahead,
Yes,
Tutor Jelly.
and the point of view was used to narrate the story in the Adventures of Tom Sawyer is special insight into the workings of the boyish heart and mind.
Ayun, okay. And of course, pang-apat, we have the tone naman. Ano naman yung tone na na-express or what the tone is expressed in the story? Ano kaya ito? Yes? Tutor
Yes, let us
John,
see in the comment
can
section
you help
below.
us?
Yes, let us see to the comment section below first. What tone is expressed in the story?
Ayan. Mukhang eto na, sumasagot na si Joseph Conrad. Okay.
Special
Ayan.
heart and mind.
Ayan. I think
Okay.
that was the answer for number 3 na sinagot niya. Thank you so
Yes.
much, Joseph, for answering. Okay. Ayan na, may mga answer
Yes.
din tayo. Si Osonio. Okay. And also,
Melancholic,
okay. And reveal na natin,
genial, and
Tutor
light.
Jom.
Yes, i-reveal na natin. Ang sagot ay satirical and nostalgic.
Yan. Okay. Thank you so much sa mga answers nyo, guys. Okay, number 5. What aspect of Tom's character propels the narrative or narrative forward? Yes?
Yes.
Tutor Jel, ano
Yes.
kaya ang sagot natin dito?
Yes, thank you so much for that, Tutor Joyce. And before ko i-reveal yung answer, titingin muna ulit tayo sa comment section kung alam ba talaga nila ang sagot. Yan.
Yes?
Okay.
Let's start.
I-reveal ko na ang sagot. And
Go
the
ahead, Tutor Jel.
aspect of character's propels in the narrative forward is his desire for love.
Ayun, talagang love for, 'di ba? Sabi niya, fall in love to to Becky and also
Yes.
fall in love din sa not fall in love but love to his yung kaibigan niya or yung friend niya.
Yes.
Okay, si
Yes.
Hawk. Okay, next. And Mark Twain's satire exposes yung ina-expose niya the hypocrisy of what do you think is Tutor John?
Yes, tingnan muna natin sa comment section below. Ano kaya ang mga sagot po nila?
Ayan, mukhang late ang ating mga sagot.
Naku,
Joseph Conrad
nadidelay po
answered sa
sila.
number 5 kanina, Desire of Love. Thank you so much. You're correct. Unflagging Energy. Yan. Identity, sabi ni Von at saka ni Argoliano. Thank you. Thank you guys for answering. And reveal the answer. Come on, Tutor John, go ahead.
Yes, Mark Twain's satire exposes the hypocrisy of social institution and public opinion.
Ayun, okay. And moving on to the next, ano naman ang major conflict na nakita natin in the story? Okay, can you recall the major conflict of the story? Ayan, ano
So,
kaya
yes,
ito?
thank you for that, Tutor Joyce. And the major conflict in the story of the adventures of Tom Sawyer is Tom and Huck's perceive their biggest struggle to be between themselves and Indian Joe, whose goal they want and whom they believe is out to kill them.
Ayan, 'di ba? Parang nakakatakot. So that's why they hid themselves just for what? Just for giving them not to be killed by the witness they after
Yes.
witnessing the doctor as murder, Robinson's murder. Okay, moving on to the next question. Ayan na. How about the rising action in the plot?
Yes, ano yung rising
Okay.
action of the plot?
Yes, go ahead.
Tingnan muna natin sa comment section below.
Ayan na, may answer na sila Von. Okay.
Von Diola, a witness of a murder. That answer is correct.
Okay. Ayan, congratulations.
Great.
Okay,
Yes.
next we have, how about the plot technique? Ano kayang plot technique na ginamit dito, Tutor Jelly? Go
Yan,
ahead.
before I reveal the answer, titingin muna ulit tayo sa comment section. And ano nga ba talaga ang plot technique na ginamit dito sa story na to? And
Mhm.
mukhang nadidelay ang kanilang mga sagot. Yes, i-reveal ko na. And ang plot technique na ginamit dito is foreshadowing. Yes.
Ayan, yung foreshadowing natin. And last but not the least, what are those prevailing themes that we can find in the
Yes.
adventures of Tom Sawyer?
Give us
Sige,
at
Tutor
least
Jom.
one answer,
O ayan, now
please.
we have so many. O, diba? Pero we just pick 3. O just, you can give me at least one.
At
Viewers,
least one.
ayan. At least one daw. Okay, ano kaya ang theme na nakita ninyo dyan? Yes,
Anong
EJ?
klaseng theme?
Mhm. Ay, tama si Miko, nag-foreshadow. Yan
Foreshadowing.
nga, late lang sila. No? Late sila ata nagsumasagot.
Yes.
Tutor Jom. Okay. So, I think we need to reveal na. Go ahead, Tutor
Yes,
Jom.
i-reveal na natin. Ang sagot sa teams are social maturation, freedom, superstition in an uncertain world.
Ayan. Okay, so that's it, guys. Good job, everyone. Palakpakan natin. Ayan, kahit delay, late yung ating mga viewers. Thank you so much for answering, guys, and
Better luck next time
participating.
lang na lang sa iba po.
Okay, ayan. Ayan. So, good job, guys. So, for our task of the week, I know you guys are amazing, especially in creating your output. Every time na pinapost nyo sa ating FB page. Ayan. Another task for the week we have, if you'll be given the chance to be the writer of Tom Sawyer, para kang si Mark Twain, no? You'll be able to write a paragraph on how would you like to end the story and why. So, you may post it on our FB page. Okay? Ayan. Another one, yes. And before we end our session this afternoon, talagang alam ko nabitin kayo. And kasi magagaling yung ating mga tutor this afternoon. Okay, so Del, I'd like to leave this inspiring quote. We would like to leave this inspiring quote. Again from Mark Twain, according to him, give every day the chance to become the most beautiful of your life. Okay, so let us always look at the beautiful side of life. Ayan. So that's it, guys. We hope we have enlightened and inspired everyone and have gained another learning and experiences from this lesson. So in behalf of Tutor Floyd, this is Tutor Joyce
Tutor Jelly.
And Tutor Jom at your service.
saying thank you. See you again next week for another journey while learning. Tutor Jelly?
Here in 21st century literature from the Philippines and the world.
And don't forget to subscribe to our DepEd TV YouTube channel and revisit and share our previous episodes.
And make sure to tune in for the next class. Just stay in, okay? Reading and Writing by Tutor Jess and Tutor Zen, and Creative Writing with Tutor Kit and Tutor Jerry. So thank you so much, Tutor Jelly and Tutor Jom. Ayan, it's really
Thank you so
an honor for me
much.
to have you here. Thank you,
Yes,
guys.
thank you
And
po.
thank you, everyone. Thank you, viewers.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
God bless.
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag #ETUlayLevelUp. Huwag aalis ha dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!